Hello, hello, hello. Let's see if I can pop my neck. Ooh, it's Monday. Monday. I know I do that on the Astrology and Alchemy show. I have my coffee. It's my first break really in the afternoon. And it occurred to me that it's already the 6th. And I had a bit of a Virgo panic, guys. So I don't know how the full moon has been treating you, but holy clusterfuck, is it a wild ride? So it's already the 6th, and I've really not finished or thickened my monthly astrological breakdown. Right? So I have like an hour or more. Boys are going to be coming home soon. You can hear here on base. We've got a lot of activity. It's been really crazy full moon, really crazy court things. But yeah, and an emotional wreck, says Steph. The full moon in Leo has been about ego, identity, seeing what needs to be seen was the theme. Did it get you? Did it get you? Did you see what you needed to see? Fuck, I know I did. Yeah. So I'm right there with you. But I'm also like looking ahead as I did whenever I did the initial February breakdown. And I did the February breakdown. And it's crazy because there's a lot of holes. So let me somebody I got to add to it real quick. Give me a second so that I can look at that. No. There it is. Look at that. Right there. FBA at boom. I'm going to add that too. Adding more each day and do a Tuesday night PM podcast on YouTube, Odyssey, and the Paranormal channel. But yeah. Okay, so we're going to do that. I need to add a few more people to that list. But at least I got that out. Okay. So as I'm working on it and editing it, hopefully people that see it, they get to go on there and see those edits that I make each and every day. And then I usually copy and paste it onto my social media. So like today, I have not copied and pasted the social media. And today is the 6th. So you guys are just going to walk through these with me. And that's not always that much fun, but you're here to maybe do some astrology notes with me. Monday, February the 6th. Today, Pluto is heavy transitional planet time. Fuck. The environment is running hot and cold. Just as you think you're warming up to someone, they'll suddenly turn negatively cold. Similarly, projects are undertaken today and turning out ambivalent and hobbled down the line. So wait if you can to make commitments. That is in itself exactly what is in the air. The shadow work is to stay grounded, my friends. Oh, yeah, no. How about that? That makes perfect sense. Go ahead and put that in there. And sharing that on social media so everyone has a little heads up, even though it's a little later in the day than I'd like. Okay. For the radio silence. Steph and Carson and John. I've got Maddie. The internet kind of being wild. Listen to the song I sent you, said Carson. Where did you send it? Anything in any of my stuff? And Carrie, I used to get the numbers in my emails, and then I can't do that. A lot of that stuff is blocked. I unfortunately have an ex-husband who used to troll me pretty heavily. And then also because I work with the military and violent sex offenders, my emails will like spam anything and everything out. So Facebook or social media is probably the best place to try and send me something. Steph says, too late. I'm already feet off the ground. Carson, if you can put the link in the chat room, maybe I would like to listen to it, or let me know what song it is. Cause I know there's been a few songs definitely playing themselves to me. My full moon rituals were to really thin the veil and be able to have a further opportunity to get information from the universe, because I need more help defining the path that needs to be taken for me to be the best version of myself. I need help in that. I need to be able to accept help and see clearer and know what's going to be doing things. And there's so many different opportunities out there, and I just need to know what's going to be the best. So hopefully if you guys are out there, let me know what your thoughts are on that. So February 6th, we have got this I posted in the chat room for a little bit of this is a lot to show. But transitional planet time, really the environment is running hot. Man, is that not the truest words or what? All right. And then I'm just putting that in there because holy moly, guacamole, was that a lot? Okay. Wow, was I? Oh, yes. There I was. February 8th. So I did February 6th, February 7th, I have filled in. February 8th, I have filled in. February 9th, I have not filled in. The moon is trine. I really don't know my signs that well, believe it or not. So I have my little cheat sheet here, and it's not standing up very well. That bothers me. So just do as you will. Cheat sheet. Oh, now it's going to flop over like a... Come on. Just leave it right there, Sarah. Okay, fine. Thursday, February 9th. Stay focused. February 9th. Okay. Moon. And this is a waning moon. Waning moon. Trine. Pluto. Moon, Sagittarius, Libra. What does that mean? The moon and Jupiter. What? I'm looking at kind of this breakdown. It is really fucking weird. Pardon my French. What are you saying? You've got Mars and Gemini, Uranus and Taurus, Jupiter and Aries, Venus, everything over there in Pisces. What's the big idea? What's the big wahoo? I don't know. So I'm looking at February 9th. I live out in, holy heck, get out of my head, Sarah. You sound like you were reading my thoughts. I live out in the BFE, and last night there was a high-speed police chase that ended in a 3-hour manhunt. What? Steph says, when it was it you just posted for the 6th? I posted it on social media. I posted it on Facebook for the Gypsy Tribe. And it goes out on my Twitter as well. Heather, afternoon, guys. Path, not oath. Path, yeah. Hello, Sarah. Wahoo! Hello. Hello. So right now we are doing February 9th, or at least I'm looking at February 9th, and I'm trying to see what the big scandal is here. I don't see anything too crazy other than waning moon trine Pluto, Venus in whatever that was that I was looking at. Venus and Neptune are both in Pisces. Ugh. Venus and Neptune in Pisces. So that's why so much is going to be kind of happening on the 9th. So what's going to happen on the 9th? And that's this Thursday. We're going to see what Matt says about some of this too on tomorrow's show. A sure confidence that all will be well, whatever is happening in your life. Fill air, faith, yourself up. Faith, fill air, faith yourself up, and make dreams come true. Have follow through and sustained confidence as mutual assurance breeds conviction and a platform for all to grow and share. I always do the ritual suggestion and shadow work. And for that, man, it's going to be ground and center, anchor points, past lives, kind of knowing where you come from, knowing your. Now I've got to go back and fix all the spelling errors. And then give and take, mix it up. That doesn't mean conflict, just participation and willingness to change and be changed. It's what both love and war and business are made of. You choose the game and the playing field. Active participation means choosing the playing field. Love, war, and business are made of the ability to have the willingness to change. So key. What is going to happen on Thursday? Okay, sorry, you're going to hear my brain. Matt said he's doing the Super Bowl tomorrow against your team. Are you showing up tomorrow? The Super Bowl? Yeah, I'm going to be there tomorrow. Don't start the pieces again, Sarah. Yep, we're doing it. You love it and you know it. Hi, Dragon. Hi, Carson. I'm trying to be peaceful. I really am. We don't know if that's for sure. I mean, I don't come in here busting on witches and shit. Who are you, dragons? Who are you? Busting on or in on? Because those are two different things. Totally two different things. Okay. That's February 9th. Game. I'm the one, baby. The one. My one has a name. A name. What's in a name? Okay. That doesn't mean conflict. You know, there's some weird numbers happening. Libra is 0000 that day. That seems relevant to me, and I'm not a huge numerology person. 00 degrees at 00 Libra. Conflict doesn't have to be in the game. What is the game? Gosh, I really get a Jumanji feeling. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't know. Maybe I do kind of like Jumanji. That's kind of a fun space. Okay, Friday, February 10th. Say that 10 times fast. Friday, February 10th. Friday, February 10th. Dragons, I think you know what would happen if you did. Cursed. Curses. That's what would happen. Which I do on occasion. We try not to do those sorts of things. Right? I do love doing that kind of magic. Such things exist. You should be careful. But I do laugh. It's worth laughing over. The 10th. February 10th. What's happening? What's happening, Gustav? There's the moon. Oh, moon and Ceres in Libra. Oh, I put that already. Okay, well, I had some idea. Steph, she's very concerned. Dragon says, man, I have an entire family full of witches, 5 of them. I don't know if it matters quality over quantity for witches. I don't know, I suppose. What's really the big deal about this? I would say that it's Ceres and the moon kind of opposite Chiron and Jupiter and Aries. Opposite Aries and Chiron and Jupiter and Aries. And what the F does that even mean? And do we care? Does it matter? Does it matter? Depends on who's in a bad mood, says Dragons. Well, you know, we witches go back and forth. February 10th. What does it have over here? What does it tell me over here? So I'm looking at a NASA Farmer's Almanac breakdown. Friday, February 10th. Moon, squiggly sign. With Saturn. Moon, trine, Mars. How's that? Okay. Then the moon's doing other crazy weird shit, and then other weird shit's happening. And then Mercury, Mars. Mercury, Mars, Pluto. I don't know what's going on there. So let's just add Mercury, Mars, Pluto. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually go look at the thing and go, okay, I'm going to go look at the alignments. What about it? Mercury, Mars, Pluto, Mercury. Oh, they're kind of facing with each other a little bit. Okay, so they're like doing a little dance. Mercury, Mars, Pluto, alignment. We'll let Matt figure it out. Okay, anyway, Friday. So this is this Friday. Let's look at it. Today has strong energy and strength and tenacity written all over it. That's the NLP of right. A good time for a power meal and getting down to brass tacks or instigating deals you want to come to fruition. Wordplay is very scary here. Or a good time for just getting out there and getting physical. Oh, God. A great night for getting out there, getting physical, tried, and alpha male yang energy today will take you all the way to the finish line. Man, that's a really horrible play on words. Ritual suggestions and shadow work. Man, there's some love energy in the air. I wonder what is going to happen here. There's some right. That Mercury, Mars kind of wild energy. I'm going to go jump to the chat here in a second because I'm like elbow deep in this. Jump over there and see what's going on. Ooh, there's some chat going on. Yep. Keep telling yourself. Depends on who's in a bad mood. What's in a label? I wanted to send a song and I'm spam. It's just attachments. I don't allow attachments because I was getting so many dick pics and inappropriate things sent to my private messaging that I just turned all that off. Dragons, indeed they do. Sarah, tell me, are you a black witch? I'm a gray witch. I'm a necromancer. I'm a hierometic alchemist. I'm a forensic psychologist. I'm a vulva. I'm a dancer of the gray. I'm a purgatory pleasure pusher. Yeah. In a nutshell. Because it seems that would be you are, not you're threatening me. Oh, absolutely not. Yeah, but are you into hurting people with witchcraft? I don't believe that witchcraft is designed to hurt people. That's like, am I into hurting people with pens? Are we talking censorship, editorial, journalism, or like stabbing somebody? I don't usually spend my time hurting people. In fact, I spend a lot of my time doing the opposite. I mentor people. I do end of life for non-denominational people who are lonely. I work with psychopathy and research to do a lot of volunteer work. I self-publish after having worked with Llewellyn as an author. I feel like I have taken, in many ways, the road less traveled and less paid with good intentions. So, no, but I'm talking about a person in charge of a YouTube channel threatening people with witchcraft. I don't think, again, to threaten someone with witchcraft is like threatening someone with Christianity. It's kind of a weird thing. And as someone, who works with law enforcement frequently, that would kind of be hard to do. So I think a particular threat requires calling somebody out, usually by name, with intention and all that stuff. So yeah. Anyway, Dragon says, I think you did. Ooh, I think you thought wrong. So, especially if in this moment of clarification, and for people who know me, no, we're just doing astrology today. So I hope you're able to join with us and contribute in a positive way. If not, you can move along. And that's not a threat. So there's a big difference. You do have to know the difference, though. And discernment, good God Almighty, is it not for the ignorant? No, sirree. It ain't. Okay. Someone in the chat says, so what does ascending mean? Well, it's kind of interesting because I always think of it like initially, I'm always think of it like to ascend, like rock climbing, to increase, to, you know, get closer to something, and move towards. But in astrology, it's like, right. I guess it's also rising, but it's about understanding the influence and approach to that you are approaching, that you are like, I think of like almost in a flight realm. You know what I mean? So, moving close to, moving towards, with momentum, with growth. So, Carson, I hope that answers your question. Steph says, yeah, I don't think you did, Sarah. Yep, huge difference. I know. And that's why I don't worry. I get threatened on a real level often, like with guns and knives and weapons and words and knocks on my door. And as a mandated reporter myself, I take that pretty seriously. So, but I also do work with delusional people and mentally ill people. So I also don't worry or jump to conclusions when people want to spend time doing that, because I understand that there is a space and time for people who really do need to be able to report that. I don't want to give any information to or attention to baloney. So, February 10th, stubborn, hard-headed, intraceable. This is talking about the Mercury vibe. So let's kind of go there. This is February 10th. What is that expanding on? Stubborn, fire, hard-headed, earth, intractable, air. Describing those you run across and are in forcible pursuit of. That's an interesting phrase. Pet opinions. Hey guys. It pays to make your point. You doing okay? Don't beat your head against the wall. Beat yourself up. And don't be the wall. A powerful day for a beginning, but only if you're tireless down the road. What? That's an interesting thing. A powerful day for beginnings, but only if you're tireless down the road. Don't be the wall. I wonder what that is going to be. I wonder what the wall is going to be. Okay, Saturday, February 11th. Let's take a look at that. Move it on over. I'm hearing George Thorogood. Move it on over. Rock it on over. I move over that dog. Big old dog is moving in. I went to the George Thorogood. Music, blues. Okay, Saturday, February 11th. What's kind of happening right now? Are you getting into my chips? Are you getting into my chips? Okay, I can hear you. Mercury enters Aquarius, which is aligned with Pluto on the 11th. So that's kind of a lot. Wow, look at all this stuff happening on the 11th. I don't know what's going on. There's a lot. What is all of this? The moon is trine. Moon is trine Saturn. Moon is trine Saturn. Is it? Yeah. Moon is trine Saturn in Libra. Moon trine Saturn. Moon trine Saturn in Libra, I think is how I'm going to say that. Let's just start with Mercury enters Aquarius. Okay, how do we feel about that? I can hear the chips. I can hear the chips.
That's my balloon.
Oh, it's a balloon? Are you sure? Okay. What are we doing for dinner? I don't know either. Maybe. I see snow. Is it snowing? Okay, well, that changes things a little. I don't know what we're going to do for dinner. I'll have to think about it. We had spaghetti and meatballs last night. Declan is learning how to make balloon animals, and he's quite good. So it's pretty amazing. Yeah, we had meatball Monday. We did. We had meatball Monday. And I made, with my extra meat, I did stuffed peppers. So we had stuffed peppers and like spaghetti and meatballs. And food is so expensive these days. It just feels like it's always cost so much money just to go to the store. I had something in the refrigerator that I was going to cook. I just can't remember what it was. I think it was fried potatoes. I think we were going to do breakfast for dinner, but we'll see. Okay, get back to it, Sarah. Focus. Excuse me. We are going to do February rice and beans. Ooh, yeah. Gumbo sounds really good. Okay. Mercury enters Aquarius. Let's look at this. Mercury enters Aquarius. That's really ideas abound for the next few weeks. And everyone is going to have input, however meaningful or relevant. Life is by committee, and it's a dead heat between all around fair sharing and hands down bureaucracy. What's that? The speaking of bureaucracy is kind of a weird thing. Toes in water. I'm getting an "Oh brother, where art thou" feel, which I'll be with my dad, so that kind of makes sense. There's a certain stability. Okay, ritual suggestion and shadow work. I'm going to say for air is going to be incense. It's going to be smells that create comfort. It's going to be onion magic for sure. You know what onion magic is, Declan? Man, there goes another plane. Do you see it outside? Moon trine Saturn in Libra. There's a certain stability in the air that makes it safe to speak what you feel. Conserve your emotions. Be mutually assuring, reassuring, rather than wildly supportive. Less ego and more nose to the grindstone. What do you know? It's going to be kind of interesting. There's something else happening on February 11th here. So I kind of look at it and I'm going there. I have a freezer full of venison. Yeah, baby.
Can I have some crackers or something?
There's a small thing of crackers. And then here in a little bit, I was thinking we could make a homemade dip. And we could do chips and dip and either, I don't know.
Watch a movie?
Yeah, I wanted to watch a movie. I just didn't know which one.
Willow?
Ooh, Willow? Yeah, let's do Willow here in 30 minutes. Okay. Okay. Ooh, there's a word being used here in the almanac that I love. And it actually happens at 11:42 in the morning on February 11th. And I want to moon squares Pluto at 11:42 a.m. 0 degrees Libra. And what does that mean? Skullduggery may be afoot. And that's cool. At any rate, those out for their own ends at all costs are to be avoided. Avoid being one yourself. Ooh, ego. Inclination to beat a dead horse and use repeated, wow, this is kind of scary to read. Repeated force to no avail is really self-defeating, although tempting. When in doubt, let others waste their efforts. Ritual work, cord cutting, yuck. Detox of life's ways. I'm really interested to see what Matt has to say for the Saturday morning. Holy wow. Carson, you're very welcome. I appreciate you showing up. Carson, water balloons is an outside thing. They're actually balloon animals. So at the grocery store in town, because I live in a tiny, tiny little town, they've got like the old school toys, like the make your own balloons by blowing the stuff on the end of the straw, or they have Tinker toys, like old Tinker toys. They often remind me of my grandpa growing up. So I will buy them. And Declan is really, really good at animals, balloon animals. He makes swords and flowers and dogs. And he is a gypsy at heart, and he makes all kinds of cool things. So I bought him a new bag recently, and he's been really exciting, making new things. So, and then Heather's sharing some of her favorite recipes, her affordable and healthy, decently, maybe not so much, but that's okay. She's doing hot dogs and chili cheese mac. I like macaroni and cheese. My kids don't love macaroni and cheese, which has been kind of a fickle thing. They don't like cheesy sauces. So like I like Alfredo sauce. I love mac and cheese, especially like a jalapeno mac and cheese. What? They do not. They would prefer mashed potatoes and butter. So they're very Scandinavian in that way. Tonight, I think I'm going to probably make fried potatoes with a little garlic and onion. And then I think I've got a few pork chops, so I'll toss those up. And yeah, I might have the mister bring home some eggs. We could make French toast with the bread we've got and some maple syrup. That alone's $50, eggs and syrup. So it'd reach our $50 a day budget. And yeah. So for those asking, someone in the chat room's asking, how's my dad doing? Thank you for asking. You know, he got a kidney on December 13th. And about a week and a half later, he pulled a stitch from the inside. He was lifting too much at home because he can't keep still. And so he started bleeding out quite a bit. You know, my dad and I are both pretty anemic. And both my dad and my sister and I also struggle with a blood clotting disorder that it just means we bleed a lot. So that, and he was bleeding and leaking out a lot. So he's had 2 surgeries since. He's gotten quite sick from the rejection medication going toxic. He's had some issues getting up and getting down. And, you know, my stepmother, his wife, she was put into long-term care facility just 2 days before he had his surgery. And he was pretty terminally ill at that point. I mean, really on his last leg when he got the call for his kidney. So we really were worried he may not even make it through the surgery. So luckily, you know, he did, and he's been doing really well, but he's really needing to gain weight, and he goes in all the time for blood work and things. So trying to get him just on a healthy routine schedule and taken care of. And it's hard for him being alone in the house and just kind of coming to terms with some of the life changes. He's finally able to sleep because he doesn't have a dialysis machine every night that is, you know, blowing him up and deflating and filling him with fluid. And then he has to lay in a certain way and stuff. So he's been talking about how great it is to finally sleep and get some rest. But it's only been a month. So really of just doing that. And I feel like a month goes by pretty quickly. Might seem like a long time, but he's just been in and out of the hospital. And I usually hear about it in hindsight, which is very hard for me because I feel like we text every day and I'll be like, how are you doing? And I call him often and we talk, you know, at least every other day. And there was a day, 2 days there that I didn't hear from him and I started to get nervous. And then on the 3rd day, I chased him down and he's like, yeah, I ended up in the hospital. I think I was having a seizure. I was like, Jesus, Dad, the fuck? Like, what's going on? And trying to be a caretaker for him. And then my sister, she, you know, had a stroke last year and she has been really struggling with her health. She has a blown rotator cuff and has lost about 60 pounds in the last 6 months since her stroke. And that's kind of rough. And then my stepmom has pretty bad dementia and anger. So she's really not happy being in a long-term care facility. And it's been quite a lot of pressure there. And yeah, it just feels like one thing after the other. And we're trying to get on track towards like healing and positive stuff. So I appreciate all the prayers and positive energy and just, you know, for anybody out there doing the kidney transplant thing or organ transplant thing, it's a roller coaster. The underwear gadget he made, you know, my dad is an inventor at heart and he has a garage full of gadgets and gizmos. And I feel like myself and even my children are that way too. We are always making things. And so he's got a plethora of strange little things and tools. He's like a raven man and he makes tools for tools. And so the underwear gadget, I believe he has a back scratcher too. He's got a few things that he's made and he doesn't use any of it. It's okay. So Susie, I'm just here actually prepping the astrology week ahead. I try to do the whole darn month and meditate, but I feel like it's been so long that I've had a chance to just sit down. I'm only on February 12th. And it just looks like it's going to be kind of a crazy week ahead. There was a lot of gaps that I needed to fill in, and I've just not been able to fill them in yet. So I am on Sunday, February 12th. And guys, if you're thinking that you just jumped in and like, what do you need? What are you thinking? What are you missing? Don't worry about it. We're going to be covering 1 week at a time on Tuesdays, every Tuesday nights, Tuesdays at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time here at the YouTube channel for Astrology and Alchemy. And we just do the 7 days and break it down, and it'll be really nice. So the moon ends up in kind of a Scorpio space, the end of the night. Oh, no. And we're going to put there, the plot thickens. What? Or seems to. Okay. For the next few days, comma, as an atmosphere of open intensity and perhaps what hidden agendas raise passion and lower shades to, oh God, facilitate what goes on behind closed doors. Shallow and breezy will not do, but when everybody is trying to play the heavy hand, comma, take the melodrama with a grain of bland salt. Ooh. Okay, so there's some really cryptic farmers talk there. Grains of salt, alchemy, salt of the earth. Let's do mineral magic, rock and gem sale, maybe. Yes, it's going to be kind of a wild ride. Okay. Let's keep moving. February 11th, 12th, 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 12th. Let's do one final thing here. Scorpio vibes rising and moon square Mercury. So what's that mean? A good time for all parties to back off a bit and make sure what looks like a great idea, ... is not actually a hidden misunderstanding. What feels right may be impractical or misleading. Take a second look and do not believe all you hear and say. Hair twists. Ooh, this is going to be a rumor. Rumor has it. Adele. Rumor has it she ain't on your love anymore. Rumor. Yes, we have been crazy. Matt was trying hard to stay focused last night, and it's funny to see him talk about Mothman and everyone feeling the Leo full moon. Woo, baby, do you like it like that? Crazy full moons. Man, I got emails. I've got some reading requests. I'm going to be trying to catch up with my reading requests because I don't think it's fair to advertise for readings when I still have readings to do, and I feel bad about it, but I do need money. With that being said, I'm going to be trying to catch up and do some Leo readings. Wow. Look at February 12th. Do you hear the planes falling off again, base? Mercury, the sun, the moon, February. Let's look on the thing what it looks like, February 12th. Is that you or the dragon? Declan, Hello? So what's happening over there is all the planets are condensing into the sky. Everything is kind of condensing over there and it's kind of squishing together on the 12th. Everything is squishing together. Oh no, I don't like reading what I'm reading on the 12th. It's going to be the football. Let me see how many planets. Mars, Uranus, Jupiter, Neptune, Venus, Saturn, Mercury, the Sun, Pluto. Basically all of them. Yeah. Sun, Moon, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Aries, Jupiter, Saturn, Neptune, Uranus, Pluto, all tipped direct together in transit. What does this mean? Mood swings, erratically and otherwise stable situations fall apart when you least expect it. Be aware of shaking. This is going to be more earthquakes. Add it. Earthquakes times 3. Oh no, why'd I write times 3? I don't know. Just do it. So whatever you're doing, make sure you have a couple of backup plans just in case. Whatever you're doing, have 2 backup plans. Don't return harshness in kind. Don't return harshness in kind, comma, as it is only passing and now is not the time to make or take offense. Choppy waters. Do you hear? Do you hear that? Ritual suggestions and shadow work. Chill. Cold magic. Ice, ice, baby. Beer, 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 beer. Ice, ice, baby. Bum, bum, bada, bum, bum. Bum, 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 bada, bum, bum. We need it to level out. No. Not going to happen. Carson says drum solos and tricksters showing up. Oh. I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Yeah. For sure. Put that down. Drum solos and tricksters on the loose. Monday, February 13th. What we got on the tip of Scunson? I go over to the planets and I click over. Not a whole lot. Same old shit. Different day, different day. Same shit, different day. All the same transitions. There's not a lot moving. February is really full of a lot of craziness. Knowing what you want and moving on. Okay, this is what we got to write down. Okay, so the moon, trine. What is that? That's Venus. And Neptune and Pisces. With Scorpio vibes on the back end and 29 degrees. What does that mean? Well, that means knowing what you want and moving on to procure it, comma, is the opportunity of the day. And what you fall into Now, comma, maybe just the chance you've been waiting for. Dot, dot, dot. Sharing goals, deciding to mutually go for it. Best possible worlds for everybody with minimum conflict resulting later. Interesting. Ritual suggestion, shadow work. Fortune favors the brave or bold. This is John Wick. This is Keanu Reeves energy right here. Row below, because we've got what else happening? Moon squaring off with Neptune. Yeah, we saw that. Okay, yeah. Neptune. Moon. Trine. Neptune. And Moon. What is that? I don't know what that is. And Jupiter and Aries. Moon trine Neptune and Pisces and Jupiter and Aries. We're just going to write that out because that what? This is kind of a weird thing that's happening. Good day for getting across those hard to express feelings. Hard to express feelings will be telepathic today. No word antennae up and working. ... Everyone has good reception, and projects that involve instinct and imagination are favored. Follow your gut to guide you. That's interesting. Starvation themes. Man, there's a lot happening here. So I'm going to look at a few other things. Square. Moon square sun. Moon squaring off with the sun. Uncertainty and shifting. And shifting of the home grounds can mark outcomes, and confidence may retreat in the face of a challenge. So this means confrontation is the wrong game to play. ... Pulling out entirely is equally unstable. Judicious compromise is now, and results will improve, but do not chase to diminish returns. Man, this is money talk. You hear that? I'm going to go check the chat room because I haven't even looked at that in like 5 minutes. Money talk. Man, I see 8 balls, and I don't mean cocaine. I'm talking like crystal visions. I love how you rock out with y'all cock out. I do. We do that. I will respond to not grumpy, not grumpy. Cold as ice. Yes. Where can we see all that you are sharing? I share these on Facebook every day. So I share them on my Facebook and my Gypsy Tribe. I share them on my Twitter. I share them on my Instagram and on my Paranormal Sarah. I'll share with you in the chat. This is where I go to look at the daily astrology, and then I'm looking at the breakdowns for. So in the chat room there, you can see that is the link that I am using to kind of see a daily breakdown. And then I'm just kind of reading a report. It's a 20-page report that gives you like the degrees breakdowns and everything, just to kind of line up with that, because I have it both visually and on feuille de papier. And when I'm looking at it on paper, I feel like it gives me a little bit more information. Masks, vessel, body awareness, big. 3 more things happening that we insert row below that is going to obviously be relevant. The moon and Pluto and Gemini. Moon, Mars and Sagittarius. Moon, Gemini, Pluto. What's happening here? These things. I just got to go to the 13th and look at that day and see what's happening. Where's the moon? Oh, it's moving across Scorpio. Oh, shit. That's why. And it faces off with Uranus. That's why. Okay, so the Mars and Gemini opposite the moon in Scorpio. So moon and Scorpio opposite Mars and Gemini. So that's the big fucking sour grapes can be today's flavor. And if you run into something that displeases you, drop it. Don't push over the edge or grow this seed. Leave it be. People are feeling insecure in the beginning, so avoid encouraging any negativity you encounter. New directions are not in order today, as they won't go far, so wait a bit longer to start your engines. Stall. Monday, stall. As the moon moves across Scorpio, what's happening? Man, I'm seeing a lot of snow. What's up with that? Then it's facing off with Uranus and Taurus. So then it's moon in Scorpio, opposite Uranus and Taurus direct. And that, a sense of easy power without display, makes working behind the scenes easier and waiting for rewards more profitable. Money, 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 money this afternoon, Monday night. Pay attention. If you know you are going to win, You need not show it. It will erase competition. That goes for the rest of the world too. Win-win is definitely the way to go. I wonder what that means. Win-win is going to be the way to go. The first reaction is a good laugh. Especially when people are surprised by the open truth. For the next couple of days, honesty is a pleasure and has a crowd appeal. Don't be afraid to speak out without taking things too seriously. There's the Joker. Big ideas favored. Slim details needed. Okay. Man, what the fudge is going to be happening? What is Matt going to say about that tomorrow night? Okay. How much coffee do I have? Where am I? It's cold. And holy snow moly! There's a ton of snow. God damn it. I got to drive in this shit later this week. Don't be crazy out there. It's a lot. No, it's not. Yes, it is. Okay. Here we go. Where are we? Focus, Sarah. Focus. We got just a few more minutes before we got to go watch some Willow. Okay. February 14th. 1, 2, 3. Okay, just these 3 paragraphs. That's okay. We're filling it up. Tuesday. Let's do at least insert 3. Let's do 3 paragraphs. The first thing happening, moon. What about the moon? 14th. Okay. The moon's on the edge. Oh, the moon is trine Jupiter on the edge of Sagittarius. Okay. Moon, trine, Jupiter, and Pisces. Moon in Sagittarius. Trine, Jupiter, and Pisces. And it's kind of a cusp thing that's kind of happening. If things are going smoothly, let them. Clear understandings established now will have legs and serve you as well as long as you don't push them. Clarity, understanding, and earth energy will establish good foundations if you don't push the legs you're walking on. That's what you meant to say, old man. Staying on the conservative side and reconfirming old patterns has more potential than trying to emotionally break the mold. Hmm. Fire and water alchemy. So emotional tides are strong and upbeat. All you have to is ride them as if you're born to sail. Foundations laid today will be firm and supportive and continue to evolve that way. Feelings of friendship abound, and it's easy to see the good side of anyone. Remember, there may be other sides too. I feel like this is dice magic. There are 11 possible string theories. Multiverse awareness is here. There's like some major science going down on Valentine's Day. Okay, major stuff going down on Valentine's Day. Moon in Sagittarius. Like, okay. Moon in Sagittarius. Well, that's a big deal, apparently. Seesaws of emotions make for choppy waters by the end of the day. Oh, shit. Valentine's Day. Avoid hasty choices. Okay. Impulse buying. Okay. Flared tempers. Okay. And spare yourself and others the hassle of arguing. Just do not go there. Wait a bit. Have patience. Do not do it yet. Energy on Valentine's Day. And the final spaces of, Saturn and the Sun. Saturn and the Sun align in Aquarius. Saturn and Sun align in Aquarius. This is rules may bend, but what does not? Ooh. Wednesday, February 15th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 big movements. Like how I thought nothing was happening in February and started to get real nervous. Let's just make a few rows here. And start there. Go to the chat room, check in on everybody. Minnesota is getting slammed with snow. I went to visit my 98-year grandma in Minnesota last weekend, and dang. Yeah, right now we've got probably 1.5 feet on the ground. Last snowstorm we got, it was like 20 some inches. It was stupid. I I feel like I'm exaggerating, but I'm probably not. Right now I'm looking outside and I'm seeing like big, fluffy, big, fat, wet snowflakes that are probably the size of a quarter just falling. And I don't remember seeing snow in the forecast. So let me go take a look in a book and see the snow fall. I don't want Shazam. I want the news and the weather. There's the weather. Oh, look. Snow. I really didn't think there was snow. It says I'm going to have snow until 5. Well, it's 4:50, so okay. And then it's going to stop from 6, 7, and 8. Then it's going to snow again at 9. Then it's going to stop. And then it's going to snow again at 5 a.m. And then it's going to stop. And then it's going to get kind of warm. And by kind of warm, I mean like 33, 39. What? 36? Look out. Heat wave. Oh boy. Look out. You never know how much snow you're gonna get because the weatherman doesn't have to be right ever. Okay. Who knows? We just know it's snowing. My Indian Weather Rock says snow. And there it is. Always right. Okay. We're almost down to will time. That's going to be 5 o'clock. That's 10 minutes away. Is that my husband? Husband? He's home early. Okay. He's home early. Let's keep going here. Let's do Friday 15th ahead. I'm gonna look at it. What's gonna happen? Boom. Okay, the moon is officially in Sagittarius. Mercury has joined into Aquarius, and Pluto's right on the edge of its big shift changes. Okay, so let's see what my Farmer's Almanac says first. Mercury is doing what? It says be aware of what Mercury's doing. Okay, so it goes from there to boom. Mercury. Mercury, Mars, and Neptune. I don't know. Mercury in Aquarius. It's not trine. It's not square. It is. Transit Neptune in Pisces, Mars in Gemini, and this just means mystery holds much appeal, and the more difficult it is to put a finger on, the more people are going to want it. Dreams, fantasy, fiction, and the general ineffable are all good sellers. Whoever is buying. Time to be gloriously unspecific and totally understanding to the suddenly gossamer fabric of reality. Wow, great. That was a very well written almanac entry. Gossamer. I like that word. Fabric of money. This is a money up and down day, Wednesday morning. Ritual suggestion and shadow work is going to be money and investments, money, magic, growth. Okay, the next thing is the moon is square. Moon is squared Neptune in Pisces. Moon in Sag is square Neptune in Pisces. Okay, so what does that mean? Mirages may pop up at any time. What? Even if you're not in the desert. What? Feelings and internal visions can get muddled, and emotional miscommunication, either unintended or on purpose, may get in the way. Misentanglements can snowball, so be ready to cut loose and try again later. Avoid long-term commitments today. Do not do it. Watch out for conflicting goals and energy wasting, diminishing returns today. That's money speak. What may seem like a deceit could be just mixed emotions, vice versa. Rather than jump into a stew pot, let it boil and simmer. Well, it will be easier to move in concert. Visual suggestion and shadow work here is going to be ease and force, not magic for sure. Commitments diminishing, seems like a deceit. I can't spell today. Lie. Lie. Moon. Something. Moon. I gotta figure out what that symbol means, okay, guys? I don't know what that symbol means. God damn it. That really bothers me. Okay. I'm taking it easy, letting it go. The moon and the sun are doing something on the 15th. And the moon and Saturn, let's see what's all going on that day. 15th, the moon. Sun, Saturn, Mercury, and Pluto are all in Aquarius. Sun, Saturn, Mercury, and Pluto. Okay, Sun, Saturn, Mercury, and Pluto are in Aquarius. And this just means that the general air today is overcast, but not unpleasant. Take advantage of the relatively stable but cool emotional environment to mend fences and solidify. What's a balloon? Give a pat on the back. Faint praise is sufficient. Not go overboard. It looks suspect. Err on the safe, and others will mirror and mock you. Suggestion and shadow work is probably going to be like illusion, matrix, identity, work. Solidify. I've always got to go back and check the spelling, because if it's spelled incorrectly, it'll bother the shit out of me. Okay. Okay. All right. I am still kind of working through here. It's the 15th. It's 5 o'clock on the dot. Okay. I've only done 6 days. I've got a little bit. Tuck it in, work, and go the line. Happy. Okay. It's quite a bit. Thursday, February 16th. Should we keep going? Should I keep moving? Declan, how are you doing down there? 1, 2, 3 things happen. February 16th. What do we have? Moon. I don't know if anything's happening. Let's go see 16. Not really. Okay. All right, guys. I think I'm going to take a break. I'm going to go get me some new hot coffee and refreshing things and just check on everybody now that everybody's home and prep for dinner. And then I'll come back and do some of this later tonight when I do some readings and check in on stuff. I hope you guys are doing okay. Thank you so much for joining me. If you have any questions, Susie or anybody still listening, check me out at paranormalsarah.com. I'm going to hop on here later this afternoon and finish this up, I think, because there's not a whole lot of days in February. So I'm looking at it and I'm like, man, I'm on page 11 of 20. I can really finish this up tonight. And I would really love to have that because I like to have this document. It goes out to people. If you want me to email it to you or put you on my email list, let me know. Email me at theparanormalsarah@gmail.com. And I'll add you to the document. I keep kind of a list of people and I just refresh it every month and send it out. And I allow people to use it at will and maybe even make a few edits to it. Usually people don't, but they can if they want. And this is what I use as kind of my map and my breakdown whenever I'm talking for the Astrology and Alchemy show, or if I'm doing readings for people. It's kind of my base foundation to give people advice and send them, a look ahead if they want to see how astrology works and applies to them and what they're going through. And I find it to be very helpful. So if you guys would like to be on that list or to know more about your astrology, let me know. I'm also doing personal readings and mini readings and just working to save money so that I can have gas money and beef jerky on my upcoming trip. And you guys, I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your Monday. I hope wherever you're at that it is nice and warm and safe. And I will see you later this evening.